It's time now to take a look inside the women's basketball playbook, brought to you by Northside Automotive Group of Summersville. And welcome back in our weekly look at West Virginia women's basketball as we get ready for fourth-ranked Baylor on Saturday afternoon here at the Coliseum, here at the head coach, Mike Carey. And that second half Wednesday night was a little bit of a stinger. I know you went through the film extensively, pointing out a lot of different teaching points for this group to learn from in the final 20 minutes of play. What were your big teaching points from what happened in that game Wednesday night at Oklahoma?
Well, I've just shown the scoring opportunities, Jeff. We turned the ball over, and we had scoring opportunities, just dumping it inside. You know, and we pointed every one of them. I mean, there was like 20 layups we had that we didn't take advantage of because all we did was pass around. We went east and west instead of north-south, and all we had to do is look inside. Lene was matched up in there on their point guard all night in the 1-3-1. And half the times they didn't even guard her. They just extended because our guards didn't do a good job of squaring up.
Yep. When you have a situation like that, it's felt like that 2 times now. At Baylor, we get them Saturday, then of course Wednesday night. What kind of feedback do you get from the team when they talk about what was going on in the second half, what they saw, what they were thinking? What did they take away from it?
Well, it's got to be a learning process, and you know, normally playing Saturday, I wouldn't have watched the game before with the team. I would have watched it, but not with the team. But I felt being such a young team, they need to see that, see what I'm seeing and see what everybody's seeing from the bench. Right. And it's a big difference when you see it and then when you hear it. And so I think, you know, hopefully it was a learning process, and the next time that happens, we'll do what is asked of us.
Yep. On the flip side of that, the first half was really good. Out to a 16-point lead, led by 12 at halftime. What were the things we were doing in the first half that really put us in that position?
Moving the ball, Jeff. Everybody was getting involved. Inside out, we was hitting the open man. We weren't dribbling too much. We weren't holding the ball. And defensively, they couldn't get a good look. Second half, we let our offense dictate our defense. Yeah. And a young team, that happens a lot of times. Yeah. It can't dictate your defense. Yeah. Even though we were turning it over on offense and not hitting shots, we should have played the same defense we did the first half, but we didn't. We let that affect us, and offense cannot affect defense. Yeah. You know, you're either hitting your shot, you're not hitting your shot. Defensively, it's just a matter of wanting to play defense, communicating, and heart. Yep. And we were frustrated on the offensive side, and we let it carry over to the defensive side. Yep.
Baylor in town Saturday afternoon. Big front line, obviously, 6'7", 6'5", 6'4". Have a great point guard in Nia Johnson. Nina Davis, a very good player. And yet, a similar situation. We had a chance to win late in the game at their place. What can you take away from that, and guess discuss the challenge coming in here on Saturday afternoon?
Well, make no doubt about it. It's in the paint. I mean, even though they hit some threes, we hit some threes. We did it with our size compared to their size. We did a good job on the boards. And make no doubt about it, that's where it's going to be won or lost again, you know, in the paint. So we got to at least, I'm not saying we got to out-rebound them, we got to be close. And we got to stay out of foul trouble in the paint. And then we got to hit some shots, and we got to get back on defense. I mean, I can go on and on on, Jeff, if you want me. There's a lot of things we need to do to win this game. But you know what? We had them. Our goal is keep it close going into the fourth quarter. Anything can happen.
Yep. Coach, great talking to you. Thanks for the time.
Thank you.
Yep. Comments to the head coach, Mike Carey. It's a gold rush Saturday, family day as well. Make sure you wear your gold as the 24th ranked West Virginia Mountaineers take on the number 4 Baylor Lady Bears.